One. Okay. So I think we're live. So sorry again, guys, for the delay. We are having a lot of technical problems, and hopefully this one is sorted out. So welcome everyone to the second episode of the How Much Do You Really Need series. So what we'll do is we'll try to wait for a couple of minutes. I know you've been waiting for like 10 minutes, but let's wait for a couple of minutes so that others can join before we start the show. So while waiting, why don't you comment where you are watching from? So by the way, I have my friend here, JM Tarrosa. So while waiting, let's see where you are watching from, and we'll try to give you a shout out.
All right. So we have one viewer.
Yep. So far, brother JM, is everything okay on your end? You can still hear me?
Yeah, I think this is it already.
yeah. I certainly hope so.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 viewers. So again, if you are watching from the Philippines, Singapore, or wherever you're watching from, kindly tell us in the comment box below, and we'll try to give you a shout out. So we're just waiting for a couple of minutes before we start, so that before we go live, we have people watching us and people enjoying the show. So we have 5 viewers. Good. So, bro JM, while waiting, how was your Holy Week?
Oh, most of the time we just spend it at home, and then tomorrow is Easter. I think we'll just go to mass, and then spend most of the time home.
Okay.
We're usually busy being not busy right now.
Okay. It's a good thing, right? You're always busy, so try to wind down from time to time.
So, which is everybody needs to practice being not busy.
Yeah. Well,
that should be the next big thing right now.
yeah. That's right. So we have one reaction here. So we have Pinion de la Rama. Hey, Marco Ordon is watching. He's my mentor coach. So yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And okay. So are you ready to start, Pro Jam?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So while we are doing some things, why don't you give us a shout out on where you're watching from, and we'll try to read your comments from time to time. But let's start this formally. So good morning, Canada. Good evening, Singapore. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Welcome everyone to the second episode of the How Much Do You Really Need series. I would like to thank you all for setting aside the time to attend the show. So for those who will be watching this webinar through the replay, I would like to welcome you as well. So a little bit of a background why I thought about this series. I myself have been wondering how much do I really need in the different aspects of my life, such as financial, love, relationship, career, education, and so on. So hopefully this series can help us measure, if even possible, how much we need, because only us can define it. And I'm hoping with the help of our expert guests, it'll be a lot more easier for us to do it. So for today's episode, it is entitled, How Much Stuff Do You Really Need? So before we start, is everyone ready and excited about this? Type in yes in the comment box if you are. Okay, we just need one yes, please. So yeah, Pinion de la Rama is watching from Singapore. Is he or is she your friend, Jam?
Yeah, bro Romel is also an LOJ member.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we have one yes, and now we're ready to proceed. Thank you, Pinion.
All right.
Okay. Great. So Before we begin the actual questioning, right? So I would like to introduce myself, and and our guest will introduce himself as well. So I'm Kulasangeles, and I'm a certified professional coach and an energy leadership index master practitioner, and I'm a millennial career and life coach. I am the host of the Millennials Moving Forward and Up group. I mainly work with millennials who are passive life strivers being held back by fear, procrastination, insecurities, and timidity from living the life they really want. So if you want to learn more about what I do, the coaching I do, please visit my website. It's moveforwardandup.com. So outside coaching, I'm married and now we'll be having two kids pretty soon, of which one will be already going to school this September. So I'm a real parent now because I have a child going to school, you know. We Filipinos think that we are real parents when we have someone, pinapaaral or someone going to school. So yeah, I'll be a real parent now. I love music and I'm a drummer and I'm still working as an IT consultant for one of the major banks here in Canada. We just migrated here 2 years ago. And if you're asking me how old I am, I'm still a millennial. That's why I'm hosting the show. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about our guests. I met this guest of ours while I was in Singapore. We are both serving in the FIS Suntec, and to tell you honestly, it's only until I migrated here in Canada that I was able to talk to him. It's not even first personal, right? So it's just virtually. So I was really amazed by how big his heart is towards helping kids through his group. And he's also a financial planner in Singapore, helping our kababayans to be more financially literate and prepared for the future. What really piqued my interest though is he is practicing minimalism, thus the inspiration for our topic today. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my brother in Christ, JM Tarrosa. So JM, why don't you tell us more about yourself, what you do, and why you are doing it? Go ahead.
All right. So, good evening, Canada. Good evening, Singapore. And magandang gabi, Pilipinas. So, I'm JM Tarrosa. And yeah, I'm married to my beautiful, sexy, and loving wife, Bernie. And my full-time career right now is I'm a financial planner with Prudential Singapore. In short, I'm an insurance agent. So actually, before, to be honest with you guys, before 2016, I really don't believe in insurance. And for the fact that I thought paying monthly premium is an additional expense. And yeah, I was invited with a lot of a few companies here in Singapore to be part of their company, but I rejected the offer. When my boss, right now, my current boss, opened my mind on what really the industry is all about, my whole mindset was changed, and I became very interested with the industry. And right now, I'm really, really loving what I'm doing. And I'm not only helping OFWs. Actually, my main goal when I joined the industry is I just wanted to help 500 OFWs to save and invest their hard-earned money. But I came to realize that I'm not helping them at first, but I'm helping myself to also save and invest. Because to be honest with you guys, I'm really good when it comes to earning money, but when it comes to saving and investing, nah, I'm very, very bad. And when I knew about this industry, when I knew what are the steps to become financially free, because as what Tony Robbins shared, there are 3 steps on how to become financially free: how to earn, how to save, and how to invest. And if you only know how to earn and not to save and grow your money, you'll never become financially free. And I did research about it, and I told myself I need to apply it, and I need to share it also to my clients. So yeah, and then right now, I'm more, to be honest, my money is more invested. Is more on savings and investment compared to spending. Yeah, and that's the beauty of what I'm practicing now, which is minimalism, and I'm gonna share more about it later. All right, so that's about
Okay.
me.
So thank you very much, Bro JM, for sharing a little bit about yourself. And yeah, so to get this party started, I have a quick question, Brother JM. When I was young, we lacked a lot of things. So growing up, I always thought that the more I have, the better. May it be money, material things, relationships. But sometimes the more I accumulate stuff that I thought I want, the more empty I feel. Right? So the more I seek out things, the more that are not needed, meaning the more I have, the less I am contented. Okay, so Bro JM, the burning question for today is how much stuff do I really need? The floor is yours, my friend.
All right, so yeah, first things first. I want to thank you for inviting me here.
You're
to
welcome.
share this lifestyle to everyone here. Guys, I'm not here to influence you to practice minimalism, but I'm here to share with you, and you have to check it out. All right. So if my sharing would somehow inspire you and motivate you, then please do so, because this is for me. This is a very very good practice. All right. So yeah, to be honest, also, bro, I have the same mindset like you before. I thought having more stuff means having more security, and I thought I'm more secured when I own more, but that mindset was a myth. And I know some of the happiest people owns less stuff and they are living a meaningful and purposeful life. So right now, I'm gonna share with you my journey of how I started minimalism. So the awakening or enlightenment started when we were in Rome last September 2017, and it was a company convention which Bernie came along, and since it was Italy, I brought a decent amount of cash to shop. So because I also wanted to experience having this LV, Gucci, Prada, Ferragamo, yeah, all this branded stuffs, and yeah. So we set a sked. Me and Bernie set a sked for somehow one full day of shopping. And yeah, but every time I wanted to buy something, there's this invisible force that's holding me back. And I always believe in the saying that trust your intuition. So yeah, so we just go window shopping first, and then I told myself, okay, last store I'll go to LV, and then I'm gonna buy something there. And when I'm about to pay the shoes, actually I want to get one shoe and one pair of shoe and one belt. When I'm about to pay, there's this small voice that tells me, do you really need that? I think you'll just buy it to just showcase or boast it to the people on your social media, and it will be a non-stop accumulating in the future. And yeah, the small voice also told me that you will be the only one happy for quite some time if you're gonna buy that. Why not donate the money to charity? You will not only be happy, but the people you've helped will also be happy. So that was the small voice that told me somehow that okay, and my journey began when it comes to minimalism. But I never thought about minimalism at first. I told myself I'm not gonna buy it, and I'm gonna donate that money to charity. So yeah, and then after that incident, I've heard about minimalism before, but I really don't know how to practice it, or I'm not somehow uh I'm not starting to practice it somehow. So yeah, then we went back to Singapore, and I caught myself unintentionally watching videos and talk about the minimalist lifestyle, and I told myself, okay, then I'll give it a try. So yeah, my first jumpstart to minimal living happened last November 2017. I joined the 30 days minimalism challenge by the minimalists, and I started decluttering my stuffs. So instead of decluttering, uh, I remember it should be 465 stuffs. I decluttered more than 1,000 stuffs, and those are from clothes to shoes to bags to my accessories, and even to my book collection, which is those are the precious things that I've collected since I started working here in Singapore. And at first, I was very hesitant I mean, the clothes, the shoes, it's normal for me. But when it comes to book, I was very hesitant. But I told myself, if should practice this kind of lifestyle, I need to let go of the things that are somehow special to me. And yeah, so I did it. I let go of all my books. I sent it to Iloilo, and I sold most of it. And most the money the money that I what's this I produce will go to my charity project. Then I also started a page called the Minimalist Financial Planner, which the purpose is to also share the lifestyle to everyone. So I hope you can all support that page by liking it. And if you got some post that you like that adds value to you, I hope you can share it also. All right. So now let me share with you a few of the benefits of what minimalism brought into my daily living. And these are not in order. So I just want to share with you uh, my top four. All right. So first things first, minimalism taught me to spend less but save and invest more. So since I don't have a lot of material desires anymore, I'm not addicted to shopping, which I was before. Uh, every month I used to have shopping budgets. No, but right now I used to spend some of I mean before I used to spend most of my spare time inside malls looking for stuff to buy even if I don't have something to buy. No, I was inside the mall looking for something to buy. And yeah, but now I'm happy that I'm not into it anymore. And most of my time are into I put most of my time into developing myself, which I'll be sharing it later. But yeah, the money that instead of spending that money, I put that money on I add more to my stock market and cryptocurrency portfolio, and at the same time I just started a new business last February because of that savings I had. And I have this new motto right now that save and invest more so that I can work part time to live full time. All right, so that's the first benefit that minimalism taught me. Second is that the benefit of better well being. So yeah, instead of spending my time in the mall, that's what I've told you before. I spend most of it on reading books, reading articles, watching YouTube videos that adds value to me. And yeah, I have more time in working out right now. And I was able also to clear a lot of clutter in my mind. I use a technique which is what I call a 60-second meditation and deep breathing from time to time. All right. So yeah, I really don't know. Actually, to be honest with you guys, I really don't know what magic minimalism brought me, but I felt more confident with myself, and I don't need to wear branded clothes just to feel good about myself. And it's really amazing. It's really powerful to think that way. So, and yeah, the next thing is that minimalism um, brought more time to me. I mean, yeah, we all have 24 hours, but usually I can't remember sometimes what happened in one day. So yeah, before I used to work and set appointments late night, and I usually go home. As what I've told you earlier before the live, I usually go home around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. But after I applied minimalism to my work, to my career, I can go home 8 or sometimes earlier 7 and have more time back home. And yeah, I used to work 10 to 12 or sometimes 14 hours every day before. But again, when I practice minimalism, I'm only working 6 hours or maybe less sometimes as a financial consultant. And I spend some of the time working on my mission and goals in life. And most of it also improving myself. And most of my weekends, before I set schedules on weekends, right now I spent most of my weekend at home being busy, not busy. What I've told you before. And yeah, on Sundays, not unless I got appointments, I usually spend it at home. So yeah, that's a third benefit. And last benefit that I want to share with you is my favorite benefit is I became more generous when I started to practice minimalism. As what I've told you guys earlier, I started a charity project called Joy of Making Tides. Actually, it's JMT. It's a somehow yeah, summary abbreviation of my name, but I call it Joy of Making Tides, and a portion of my income goes there. So I do believe that the joy of giving is the joy of living, and that's what Tony Robbins uh, also also shares in his talks, living is giving. All right. So for me, growth and contribution is what motivates me more. And I'm done with them. To be honest, I'm done with material stuff. I always tell myself, uh, guys, don't get me wrong. I still have cravings for some material stuff, but every time I tell myself, it's just stuff. I don't need it. No, every time I wanted to buy something, I just tell myself, it's just stuff. I really don't need it. And yeah, thanks to minimalism, because it gave my life more meaning and purpose. And yeah, last year we started a project by feeding homeless people in Iloilo City. But starting tomorrow, April 1, we will be changing our course and we'll focus more on uh, ending malnutrition in the city of Iloilo. And aside from that, recently I also started a fundraising project for one kid named Alan. You can see it in my Facebook wall. Uh, this the kid needs 1 million pesos for his heart operation because he has a hole in his heart, and I pledged to what's this, to raise an amount of 250,000 by that time, but we raised 280,000 plus. But I told the what's this, the family, that I'll be giving them 300,000 pesos anytime soon. And yeah, we will be giving it to the family. My team is there right now in Iloilo, and they will be giving it to the family. So yeah, guys, so those are the top benefits I earned. I mean, yeah, I earned when it comes to practicing this lifestyle. And I hope you get a lot of values in there. So yeah, so that's all about it. Uh, Brocula, sorry, I can't hear you. Yeah, that's all about it. So guys, if you have any questions, now you can chat your questions or comment your questions. For now, I really can hear Broculas, no? But yeah, I'm done with my sharing. So if you get any questions, I will answer. I don't hear anything. Sorry. I can't hear you. Yeah, that's all. Mm, I don't hear anything. Sorry. I can't hear you. There's a question from Anna. Do you guys also have full time jobs aside? Yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm a full time financial planner with Prudential Singapore, but I also trade in the stock and the cryptocurrency market. There's a question from Anna. Do you guys also have full time jobs aside? Yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm a full time financial planner with Prudential Singapore, but I also trade in the stock and the cryptocurrency market. There's a question from Anna. Do you guys also have full time jobs aside? Yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm a full time financial planner with Prudential Singapore, but I also trade in the stock and the cryptocurrency market. A question from Anna. Also have full-time jobs. Yeah, yeah.
Wait lang. Halika dito. Titingnan ko yung ano. Sige, naghahang ako. Napakali. Dito. Titingnan ko yung ano. Yeah, bro, can you hear me now?
Bro?
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Kanina putol.
Okay, yeah. So we're still live. So I just refreshed my browser. Okay, technology. Yeah. So okay. So we're back on track again. Sorry guys for all of those hiccups. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll start from the beginning again. So Bro James shared his side, his personal story about minimalism. So I did some research. So we're all of those, hiccups from the beginning again. So, Blue James shared his side, his personal story about minimalism. So, I did some research. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, okay na.
Okay. Oh my God. So, let me know anytime, bro. Kasi I'm still hearing you, even if naghang yung aking screen. But let me know at any point in time if I'm hanging on your end, because probably I'm hanging on the viewer's ends as well.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll just gonna signal you your hang. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So again, I'll start again. So since Brother JM has shared minimalism on his personal experience, and on his and the benefits of it, I'll be focusing now on the life coaching side, but mostly for how to be contented, right? So on the life coaching side, I'll probably talk about how to be contented with all the stuff that you have, with all the stuff that you want to have, or all the stuff that you want to let go. So as usual, I have 3 points that I want to impart to you guys. But before I give you those, excuse me, let me introduce you to the concept of the hedonic treadmill. Hedonic treadmill is an idea that we continuously habituate or adopt to short-term happiness. So for example, if I got the latest phone model this year, I'll feel good. But a year later, I'd want the newer model to make myself happy. Another example is if I got promoted this year, my confidence will be on an all-time high. But a year later, I'd want another promotion. If I don't get it, I'll feel bad and discount whatever achievements I've had. So to coin my mentor coach, Mark Cordone's statement in his book, Beyond Resilient, the longer you stay on this treadmill, the faster the speed and the higher the incline. You work hard, your happiness is ephemeral, and in the long term, the most you may have acquired is regrets. So to put it simply, being in the hedonic treadmill is like chasing rainbows forever. So my first point, what stuff do you really want to have? Think about this really hard. What aspects of your life do you value? Is it material things? Is it love? Is it affection, money, technology, friends, work, whatever? Then ask yourself, where is this coming from? You might want an up-to-date phone, live in a penthouse, travel the world, have a few cars. But it's not just what. It's you have to know the why. So you might want a new phone because probably in the past you can't afford it. You might want new clothes because probably in the past you have only 2 sets of shirts and pants. You want more love because you were deprived of it in the past. Think hard about your what and your why. I, for example, bought a MacBook, even though the cost of one is worth 1.5 months of my salary back then. Why? I was telling myself that I need it for programming, video editing, and some other cool activity. But the cheaper Dell laptop would have been enough for my need at half the price. But I bought the Mac anyway. Why? Because I feel that if I buy it, I'll be happy. And I was. But then after some time, I want a faster, more expensive machine to quench my thirst for happiness through gadget. But was I ever contented? No. I'm happy for a while, but I always want the best, the latest, and the trending. And in that sense, I'll keep on running on the treadmill forever. As an exercise, write down the essential stuff that you need and the stuff that you don't need too much. And while you're at it, reflect if these things are keeping you stuck in the treadmill. My second point is, why do you want to have those stuff? If you want designer clothes, ask yourself why. If you want new phones every year, ask yourself why. If you want 2 or more cars, definitely ask yourself why, especially if you are in the Philippines, right? So as always, asking ourselves and knowing our why will help us examine what we really want or have second thoughts if you really want that something. I'm not saying it's wrong to have more than what you are supposed to. What I'm trying to say is it necessary? Okay, so what pleasure do you get from having more or achieving more? Finally, think about when will you stop? Now that you know your what and your why, ask yourself, when will you stop? That's the whole point of becoming contented. When do you stop? Stop doesn't mean stop. Stop simply means I've achieved this, I feel happy, what's next without losing the happiness that you are feeling right now. If you keep on relying on external factors to feel contented, you'll never be contented. You'll forever be running on the hedonic treadmill, faster with higher incline for every milestones you achieve. My advice, stop. Appreciate where you are now, enjoy the now, because only by stopping and appreciating your life and the things that you have, letting go of the unnecessary stuff, burdens, goals in your life, can you really know what stuff do you really need in your life? So that's about it for my 3 points. So let's go to our Q&A. So if anyone has any question, just post it in the comments box in this live feed, and we'll try to answer them one by one. So, bro, JM, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Good. So we have one question from Anna here. So Anna is my classmate when I was in elementary, and she's now in the US. So hi, Anna. So we'll try to answer this question. Do you guys also have a full-time job aside from being financial coach? Bro, JM.
Yeah, my full-time job is right now I'm a full-time financial consultant with Prudential Singapore, and I also, when it comes to earning money, I also invest in the stock and the crypto market. I also have a networking business on the side,
Nice.
and yeah, that's all about my where I earn most of my money right now.
Great. So on my end, I am still working as an IT consultant while doing coaching on the side. So coaching is more of not work for me. It's more of a calling, a passion, whatever source, right? So yeah, I'm still in the IT field because I feel that I still want to be around technology. So hopefully by the time comes that I don't want technology anymore, I want to stay away from technology, I have my coaching business booming, right? So yeah, that is to answer your question. I have another question here, bro JM. How would you apply minimalism in my finances?
Oh, good question. Actually, when it comes to the reason why I practice minimalism is really because of finances. So basically, I told you my first benefit when it comes to minimal living. It is because I get to spend less, then I have saved and invest more of my income when it comes to to my portfolios right now. So that's how you apply it basically, because you have lesser cravings of stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
most of your money will, for me, I think you also need to increase your giving and at the same time increase your saving and investing. So that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so save more and invest. Spend less, invest more, right?
Actually, yeah, the very basic when it comes to there's only one sentence when it comes to if you want to become financially free.
Mhm.
Spend less, invest more. That's it.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so I have another. So thank you for answering that, Bro JM. Right, so another question that I have is, what's the simplest thing that I can do to jumpstart practicing minimalism?
Good question. Actually, I started my minimalism journey with the 30 days minimalism challenge,
Okay.
which is I started from decluttering, which is also tomorrow, April 1. I'm gonna do it again. So if you want to jumpstart, I'm also inviting everyone if you want to practice or if you want to try this kind of lifestyle, join me again tomorrow for a 30 days minimalism challenge, which is every day we get to declutter. Depending on what day, for example, on the first day we get to declutter one stuff. Then on the second day we get to declutter two. On the third day we get to declutter three until we reach April 30. I think 30. Yeah, there's April 30. Then we get to declutter around 465 stuff. So it's up to you if you're gonna sell it, donate it, or just throw it away.
Okay,
So
so you,
that's how I jumpstart. So I'm inviting everyone, all the viewers out here. If you want to practice, then let's start tomorrow. Uh, Private message me, then I'll create a group for everyone that's interested. So it's gonna be a fun challenge for
yeah,
us.
and it will be great if there are people doing the challenge with you, because someone will be, we are better when someone is looking at what we are doing, right? So and
Yeah,
being in a group doing the challenge all together will really help us jumpstart this and be successful at it. And yeah, so if you are interested, just PM Bro JM and PM me if you want to be part of that group, and together we will help each other, declutter,
yeah.
right?
Let's be accountable. Let's start. Let's jumpstart it. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow, starting
Mhm.
tomorrow. Yeah, because I
Okay.
feel like I have a lot of things still to declutter.
Yeah, that's right. And Rojam, in line with this question, right? What things do you recommend we declutter?
All right, so I started first with my closet.
Okay.
Yeah, so clothes, your shorts, your pants. No, and then after that, I started with my after that was my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Other things I need to declutter, and then my shoe rack. Uh, what else? My because usually I put also my some of my clothes that I don't wear on the luggage, so I also check my luggages. So for me, I have this rule right now: if I'm not gonna need it in 3 months or more, then I'll declutter it.
Okay.
That's my rule right now.
Oh, and
So
that's a good rule, right?
yeah, if I'm not
Basically,
gonna
you'll
need it,
just stay in the closet if you are not using it, right?
exactly. And to be and honestly, I already read about this. Only 20% of the clothes in your closet are the things you. I mean, the clothes you only use. 80% you don't use it anymore.
Wow.
Only twenty
I'm
percent.
taking down note as well. So if I'm not using it in the next 3 months, I'll declutter it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you can give it away, donate it, or you can sell it if it's still in good condition or mint
uh,
condition. But what I did is some I donate, some I sell, and all the proceeds will go to my charity project.
okay.
Again,
Screen because the feeds are
I
not.
can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I refresh my screen. So can you hear
Mm.
me? Okay. Yeah, I had to refresh my screen because the updates are not coming in. Yeah. So guys, if you have questions, just ask them out, and we will try to answer those. Okay. So we were talking about JM starting a 30 days minimalism challenge wherein he can create a group if you are interested, so that we can challenge each other. And in line with that notion, right? Um, I asked GM what things should I be decluttering, right? So it's a great rule. I've taken this note. Not I've taken a note for this one. So if I'm not using it for the next 3 months, I'll definitely declutter it. Right? Is that right, Tim?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
great.
and it's also but in Canada it's a different story because you have a lot of seasons out there. In
Yeah,
Singapore, yeah, it's only tropical season.
yeah. Okay,
So
yeah, so
it's
I have to
easier
think
for
about that now.
yeah, it's easier for us to. I do agree, I believe that it's easier for us, especially in the Philippines. There's only two seasons, rainy and
Mhm.
sunny season. Same thing in Singapore. Actually, it's only one season. It's tropical season.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay, so another question is, do we have, people we can look up to in terms of,
yeah,
minimalism?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I have three role models, or I mean, three influencers that I follow. Yeah, first is the minimalist, which is uh consists of uh Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, which is I was one of the reasons why I was in New Zealand is because I attended their talk or their tour.
Mhm.
So you can follow them. And then Joshua Beck.
Are they in Facebook? Are they on
Yeah, yeah, they
Facebook?
have a
Okay.
Facebook. They have a Facebook. They have a Twitter account. They have a Instagram account, and also the website, theminimalist.com.
Okay.
And then I also follow Joshua Becker and Courtney Carver.
Okay.
So Joshua Becker, the website is becomingminimalist.com. And then Courtney Carver, it's Be More with Less. So those
Okay.
are the three people that I, I mean, three influencers that I follow. I mean, basically it's four, so that I followed when it comes to this practice. And then, yeah, I keep on researching more about the lifestyle because I don't believe still that I'm really practicing minimalism with my stuff that I have right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's
And
see.
I'm actually curious. Your Facebook CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, is, wearing the same clothes all over every day, right? So is that minimalism?
Yeah. He's practicing minimalism when it comes
Uh,
to his wardrobe. Steve Jobs is also practicing
okay.
minimalism when it comes to his wardrobe. Who else is practicing minimalism? Uh, wait. I think there's a lot of millennial investors are practicing minimalism when it comes to wardrobe. Again, I cannot hear you again, bro. I think you hang up. So I think you need to refresh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna comment down below some of the links to their websites. Yeah, okay, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it seems our internet here in Canada is not so good, huh? So it's still better there in Singapore. And I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so if you have questions, we still have like 4 minutes to go. Just ask them out before we say goodbye to you guys. So
Yeah, guys, I would love to answer all of your questions. And
mhm,
I know if you have questions, I think you're very interested to the lifestyle.
mhm. Yes, and I'm really interested in decluttering and the wardrobe thing because to tell you honestly, although in Canada, right, there are like 4 seasons and like three of those seasons are cold seasons actually. Only summer is hot and the rest is cold, right? So it might be hard for the wardrobe part, but yeah, decluttering is something that I think I can do, and yeah, I encourage everyone to join us in that 30 days minimalism challenge that ProGM will be spearheading. Right, so if you have questions, just post it in the comment box, and we still have like 4 minutes, and we'll try to maximize the time we have here so that we can pick the brain of our minimalism practitioner here, ProGM.
So you have other questions?
Okay, so
You
I'm trying to make this one out as we go, right? So minimalism. So can minimalism be applied to my career? Just curious.
as a financial I mean as a
As
life
to anyone's career, right? So for example,
yeah.
I'm a life coach. I'm an IT consultant. I'm a supervisor. How do I apply minimalism?
Okay, minimalism is like this. Minimalism is a thing that lets you pass the things that aren't wait, okay, let me rephrase this. Okay, minimalism is a thing that let you pass the things to make room for important things that aren't things at all.
Okay.
So for me it's about not just about decluttering but does this thought or idea or relationship or job adds value to you or gives happiness to you? If not, then basically you need to let it go.
Okay. Basically, it's
Yeah.
the concept of just having what you really need, what you think you really need, and just let go of the things that are just a burden for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just about stuffs. It's also about ideas or thoughts or
Yeah.
beliefs that's not helping you already.
Okay.
Especially, I this is quite funny actually that I can see a lot of Facebook posts on my wall that almost every day they have this complaints about their job, about their work,
Yeah.
but until now, 2 years from 2 years, I mean, I heard it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but until now, they're still working on it. So if you're not happy anymore, so why still continue it? Same thing with relationship. If you're not happy with your relationship, then you
Yeah.
need to somehow declutter that relationship,
Yeah. That's
right?
right.
I think we have
So
a question here, bro.
yeah. So brother Kel here, I think he's from Batam, Indonesia. That's right.
Yeah.
So brothers, what's the best advice that I can tell my roommate who buys stuff that he actually doesn't need?
Wow. Actually, I have to be honest with you guys. I really don't. When it comes to minimalism, I really don't force anyone to practice this lifestyle. So for me, it's just practice what I preach.
Yeah.
All right. So the best advice I think that I can give you, bro Kel, is you need to show your roommate that you're practicing first. Uh, what's the message that you're gonna tell him or her? So because it's normal actually, people buy stuff they don't need to impress people they don't want.
Yeah. Exactly. Well said. Yeah.
It's
So
normal nowadays.
yeah. So to answer you, brother Kel, right? So in life coaching, there's only one thing that we have control of. It's our circle of influence, and your roommate is outside your circle of influence, right? So whatever you tell him or her, it won't matter because at the end of the day, it's him or her that needs to do it, right? So, but brother JM was really correct when he said that practice what you are trying to preach first, and you don't have to tell them to do it. If they see if they see the results in you, they will do it. They will do it on their own, right? So yeah, so but as a friend, you can give advice, right? You can give advice that like saying, hey, do you really need this? Just challenge the thought why he is buying things that you think he doesn't need, right? So but don't be this someone who force that you know what do you call this? Force that thought to
Mhm.
that person that no, you don't need this. But who knows? He really needs it, right? Deep inside him or her, he or she is becoming happy because of those things that he's buying. So the guide there is, who am I to judge you, right? That you don't need these things, right? So ask yourself that before doing that conversation with him or her.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember earlier this morning I posted I think a post which is your beliefs for you your beliefs are true,
yeah,
but the opposite also of your belief might be true to the other person.
yeah.
So we really don't know. So
That's
you
right.
cannot force. We have different perspective. Like for
Exactly.
example, this pen. I always ask my parents, "What do you see?" Everybody sees this as a pen, but for a criminal, he can see this as something that he can kill someone.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, it's all about perspective. Life is all about
Yeah.
perspective. So
And
for
you
me,
know what? The less we judge, the better we are, with dealing things, right? So
yeah.
because when you say he doesn't need it, that's judgment on your end. What if he needs it, right?
So just practice what you preach. That's
Yeah,
for me.
exactly.
For me. All right.
Okay. Okay, so we are past 11, and if you don't have any questions, or if you have other questions, just PM us, post it in the group, and we have those ask a question or help Mondays, and we will try to answer it now. So before we go, I would like to thank everyone who stayed with us all throughout the call. I will be posting the replay in this group, and if you do have more questions, send it to me through private message or to Brother GM. Email it to us, post it in the Facebook group, and we'll be sure to respond to you. So, Brother GM, thank you very much for joining me in this webinar. Anything you want to promote, and any final thoughts before we end the session?
Yeah, I just wanna ask everyone, if you wanna practice this kind of lifestyle, you can also support the page that I created. It's the Minimalist Financial Planner. I'm gonna comment it down below. Minimalism challenge. I'm inviting you. Let's start tomorrow. So I'm gonna post the mechanics on my wall, and I'm also gonna post it on the page. And at the same time, I think I'm gonna post it here below,
Yeah,
on the
please.
comments below. All right. And then minimalism, or the minimalist lifestyle is not an end journey. All right. It's not the end goal, but it's a journey. So always remember that every time you want to, if you want to practice this, all you have to do is enjoy the journey, not the destination, because it's not an end goal. It's the same thing with meditation. Meditation is not an end goal. That you have to experience bliss when it comes to meditating, but that's not meditation. For me, meditation is a journey also. All right, so you need to enjoy whatever is it on your thoughts. Just see whatever is on your thoughts. So yeah, minimalism or minimal living is also the same.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that's my final thoughts. And if you also want to donate on my charity project, you just PM me. I'm gonna tell you how. We accept cash, or we also accept clothes or bags or shoes that you declutter. We're gonna sell it, and all the proceeds will go to the project. All right, so yeah, that's all.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. So as for me, some final thoughts. If you have friends whom you think can benefit from what we are doing here monthly and from the discussions that we have on the group, just share it to them or add them. If you are already a member, you can add them to this group and I will approve them, right? Another thing is if you have Instagram, if you have Twitter, if you have Facebook, of course, which you have right now, just follow me. And from time to time, I'm sharing thoughts about how to unlock your best self. And in line with that, I also have free coaching sessions for Filipinos, right? Or for any millennials that we have here on the group. I'm doing it as part of my mission to spread coaching in the Philippines. Whenever I talk to Filipinos who are not aware of coaching, they always tell me that coaching is expensive. Coaching is just for the rich. So I want to change that mindset. Everyone, as per the Google executive, everyone needs a coach, right? It doesn't have to be expensive, right? So it's not expensive. Think of coaching as an investment towards yourself, and it's not expensive. I would like to change that. That's why I'm doing free coaching sessions. If you are interested about it, just send me a PM or connect with me, and I'll be sure to discuss with you what that free coaching is. Okay. Now, as for minimalism, it doesn't apply to just material things. Just like what we've discussed, minimalism can be applied to everything, and you have the choice when to hoard and when to let go. One thing that the world can take away is that we have the power to choose almost anything that happens to us. So choose wisely, millennial friends. Okay, so Pilipinas and Singapore, have a good night. Canada, have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you in our next session of the How Much Do You Really Need series next month. Next month, we will be tackling about how much education do we really need, and I have two special guests that will be joining us for that session. So see you guys out there. Bro JM, I'll be looking forward to that group that you will be creating for the 30 Days Minimalism Challenge, and I'll be sure to join that. So everyone, see you again next month. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good evening. Good night, guys. And good morning, Canada.
Yep. Bye-bye.